So after 2 years, I'm about to say, what is going on YouTube? We are back. 2 years out, no excuses. Car market has been super busy. Cars like this cheap little Megane have gone up 40%, 50%. So you can't really buy cheap cars. Then we're super busy at the showroom. I'm going to give you a run through of everything that's happened to my cars. Some of them died, some of them lived on. So I'll set up the camera at the desk and we'll run through exactly what's gone on in the last 2 years, and then we'll jump into today's video. Doesn't this feel weird to be back in front of a camera, super nervous, and we'll figure it out, we'll get there. So let's run through these cars. I don't want to be talking your head off, super boring, but first video back, so I just want to cover off the old cars, the new cars, where we're at. So Audi A4, you'll remember if you ever watched the video, high mileage car, 150,000 miles. Bought it like this, standard SE, stuck some wheels on it, everything else over the last 2 years. When I sold it, it looked like that. Sold it last week. Really nice car, now on 180,000 miles, 190,000. Runs like a dream, super happy with that car. And I only sold it because I bought a Kia Sorento. 7-seater, big family wagon, so my other half now has that. She doesn't need, we don't need an estate car, gone. The S5, you remember this one? Yeah, spent 3 grand having the engine done and getting it to run perfectly, and the gearbox blew up. So that went like that, stripped it for parts. My living room now looks like this. So yeah, just got to sell that off, get my money back, and get most of my money back, and move on, forget. Whilst I was planning on rebuilding the S5 fully, I went and bought a donor car from Barnstable, which turned out to be an absolute nightmare of a trip. Guy was selling it, buying a new car in the morning, needed the deposit for his finance. So I said, I'll give you 3 grand, I'll drive to Barnstable tonight, left work at 5 o'clock, got down there at 9 o'clock. Battery was flat, completely like the deadest battery I've ever had. Managed to, after half an hour, after revving the nuts off the recovery truck, get it to jump start. Jump started with 5 miles of range, but there was no chain rattle. So I was like, okay, it's a good sign. And 5 miles of range, so couldn't really take it for a drive. Did first reverse, checked the clutch a bit, and stuck it on the trailer. Was keen to get back. Got back to Bournemouth at 2 AM. It then wouldn't fire back up again. It just would not start. Rolled it off the back of the truck and left it in the mud, which looked like that. And I was like, already like, great. But the engine sold for 3 grand and the engine fired up. It wasn't smoking and it was good. So I was like, we can't really lose the seats. It's a really nice spec car as well, really high spec. So it was a nightmare, but it wasn't too bad. Got a new battery on it and it started smoking like you wouldn't believe, because oil was leaking onto the exhausts, both sides. Couldn't even drive to the petrol station, it was leaking so bad. And then got the rocker cover gaskets done and now it's drivable. Took it, tried to take it home and got it beached on a speed bump, is the word I'm looking for. And was like, what is going on with this car? Because I was braking the other S5, we swapped around the suspension to the standard suspension so it was drivable. Here's what the underside of that car looked like. Why do people drive around with their car slammed to the floor? You've got 350 horsepower and you could not get the car over 30 miles an hour without bottoming out and just a nightmare. Look at this car. Awful. And you can't drive. Do it to a 2-litre diesel that's got no power. Why are you doing it to a good car? Just blows my mind. I bought a little Golf that we knocked about in as well. About on like that. Just bought it like that. Nice car. 200,000 miles. Bought it for 350 quid and then sold it on to a mate when we were done with it. That is the word, isn't it? Got an Audi A6. Ulez kicked it out of London. 3-litre diesel Quattro Le Mans. Really nice car. 1 owner from new. Full service history at the same garage. That's up for sale for 3.5 grand. So I bought that back in October. Done 5,000 miles on it. Just trying to sell off all my cars at the minute so that I can invest in the channel, buy some cars to fix up, buy some projects, buy some stuff that's more fun. And any videos that you guys want me to make, also let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, you know the vibe. I honestly need to get back into it. It's so out of the game for so long. So we've done the A4, we've done the S5, we've done the new S5, done the A6, done the Golf. That's it, all done. So that's the boring bit out of the way. So previously, all of the cars that I used to get would be like part exchanges like this one. Whereas moving forward, I want to try and buy my own cars so that we can constantly have cars on the channel, make videos, flip them, make money, have a bit of fun. So if you're into that, hit the subscribe button and let's have a little look at this Megane. And here we go. Let's restore this little old Megane. Previous owners had it for 10 years, done 72,000 miles. Bodywork's not too bad, so we got hazing on the headlights. Can't see it from this angle, but it had loads of tree sap all over the bonnet. Faded headlights, caked wheels. Gonna work our way around, loving the angles. Paintwork looks nice on the camera, but in real life it's faded. Here, I don't know what that is. It's like they did a tape line along that body line and attempted to spray it. Dent in the back, there's nothing I'm going to bother even trying to do on this car. You know, it's a £1,500 car. Lovely little mobile garden there. Loads of mould, and these alleys are absolutely caked and filled. Got some cardboard holding the battery together, which is always safe. And then we've got the done shot, rolls straight in, silicone spray, jet wash, levels checked. Engine looking a hell of a lot better. Nice, fresh. It's a £1,500 car, so it has not got to be perfect at all. Wheels, nice little acid bath and a rub down. Some tyre gel, looking shiny. This is just after it had been washed, not polished. So the headlights, you can see, are still hazy. Paintwork still swells, marks. And I'm not going to try and make this one perfect. It's £1,500. Be a waste of my time to spend more than 2-3 hours polishing this. I mean, there you go, you can see the hazing and the marring, scratching, whatever you want to call it, from, and this awful paint job. Looks like the lacquer's just started to fail on it, God knows. And there it is, and now we're on to the done. All the gullies cleaned out, all that silicone sprayed and cleaned. Looking fresh, all buffed up. And then this is the bonnet with the wax. Headlights looking 10 times better. Grills have got the trim restorer on. Not bad at all. For 1,500 quid, you would be very, very happy to buy this car. Let's have a look at that side. Nice clean reflection you can see from the lights. A few little marks and scratches, but that's a hell of a lot better on the rear quarter. And that's it. Let's get this up for sale and get it sold.